Hello, YouTube. Okay, we are live on YouTube. Hello, good afternoon, YouTube. We are going to hit the record button. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to day 3 of Through the Looking Glass, Escape the Matrix, and Build Your Online Empire. My name is Coach Lacy, and if you are watching on YouTube, please be sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell for updates. And if you're watching on Facebook, have you anchored into your daily wellness foundations today? Get into the Rise and Shine with Morning Moon group to do so. Well, we have had quite a jam-packed last few days, days 1 and 2, if you have joined us. If you're just now catching the replays, that's totally great. You can jump in anywhere that you are ready, but make sure that you watch all 3 videos so that you get everything from this workshop. This workshop is for people who are business professionals, teachers, doctors, nursing assistants, nurses, medical assistants, bankers, service workers, anybody who works a 9 to 5 or has kiddos at home, moms who have kids at home that want to start a side hustle, or you're ready to jump in full time to your online empire and your online business. Anyone who wants to, a normal person, if you're just a normal everyday person and you want to learn how to start building online, this class is for you. So this is a 3-day masterclass. It's Through the Looking Glass, Escape the Matrix, and Build Your Online Empire. The past 2 days, we've covered extracting your gifts and turning them into a profitable business idea, choosing the right platform and defining your niche to attract your ideal clients. And today, we're going to bring it all to get together and talk about some basic tech skills that will help you get started in your online empire so that you can get started right now. Right now, after this class, I want you to start setting up your first basic Squarespace site to showcase your offer. I'm going to be giving you a simple blueprint to just starting your online empire. That's setting up the basic Squarespace site. Why Squarespace and not WordPress, for example? Squarespace is a simple cloud-based solution that you can access from anywhere very easily, and you don't have to have very much tech skill. That is why I've settled with Squarespace, because you can have a product suite, you can have a boutique, you can have services, you can have a monetized blog, you could do a membership, you could do courses, you can have everything that you need in one basic platform without all of the tech overwhelm and overhead cost. It's a pretty basic structure that anybody, like a teenager, could do it, really. So if you have a basic tech level, Squarespace is going to be the place to start, and I'm going to show you how to use that today. So this class is going to run a little bit longer than yesterday's class because there's going to be some tech stuff involved. There will be a replay, and you'll have opportunities to pause if you need to. If you would like to ask me questions live, you can jump into the chat on YouTube. I am watching the super chat. So if you're watching live, you can chat in there and ask me questions. If you're watching the replay on Facebook, you can post your questions below and make sure to tag me at Lacy Watson so that I can see your questions. You can also post them in the group Rise and Shine with Morning Moon. That is where we're going to be talking all things online empire for the month of March. All of March, we're going to be talking about how to build your empire to get over the yellow brick road and get into Oz, right? Okay, that's a lot. Oh, we're going to talk about not just Squarespace today. We're going to talk about a little bit more than just Squarespace, actually. We're going to talk about launching your Facebook in professional mode, how to build your audience, how to get started with an audience. And then we're going to talk a little bit about how to craft an online identity that accentuates the best parts of yourself and attracts and converts your target market and your people. We want to call in your people. We want to call in your tribe. Your vibe attracts your tribe, right? You don't have to play small here. We don't have to pretend. We don't have to change who we are. We're just going to accentuate the best parts of ourselves, clean up the parts that could go about go away, clean it up a little bit and show up in a more authentic and professional way online in a way that calls in the people that you jive with. Okay. So I want you guys to grab your notebooks and we will go ahead and get started in just a moment. I'm going to take a drink of water and let Autumn, my special guest, grab her stuff and we will go ahead and get started. I'm going to share my screen with you all so that you can see what I am doing today. Let's see here. Sharing the screen, maybe. Okay. So Autumn, are you ready today to learn how to build your Squarespace basic home?
Yes.
Awesome. So what we're going to do today is I am going to show all of you how to get started with Squarespace. This is just going to be basic, how to get started with your dashboard and recognize what tools you're using. My dashboard, this is just a disclaimer, will look a little differently than all of your guys's because I am in Squarespace Circle. I'm a developer, so I have I have access to different things than the normal public. So if you choose to work with me one-on-one and have me help build your website, you'll get access to special features, discounts, and other cool upcoming things that Squarespace is unveiling. So if you do work with me and you have me either build your site or walk with you as you build your site, join my program, you will have access to all of the brand new features that Squarespace has to offer and the discounted rates. All right. So here you're going to see, you're going to log into squarespace.com. Go to squarespace.com. And if you haven't set up a member site, you're going to set that up. So what that would look like is you would just set that up, you log out here, and there's going to be a home screen. So you would go to get started. And it's going to put you here. So I'm actually going to go back so that I can show you guys what that looks like, but within my platform. So if you are already have a Squarespace account, there's two ways you can log in. You can log in with your email address, or you can log in with Google or Apple or Facebook. I always choose Google because my Google Drive and my professional Google account is connected to everything. And a lot of people will say not to have a Gmail. You want to have like Lacy at morningmoondigitalmedia.com. I do have that email. However, I have found that using Google has been really helpful for my business in many capacities. So you can have that Lacy at Morning Moon Digital Media. You can have your domain redirected into your Google site, into your Google Mail, your Gmail through Squarespace. And that is something a little higher level that we'll cover in the programs that I offer. So if that's something that you're interested in learning and you have a question, if you have a quick question, you can always ask questions. And what we'll do is you could come on and you can ask me your question in a Zoom room and we will record it and then I'll use it later on for other people. So if you have a question for me about website development, you're always able to schedule a time with me to talk about that for free. And I will showcase that here on YouTube. Okay, so now that we're in the dashboard, my dashboard's going to look a little bit different than yours. Autumn, your dashboard probably looks a little bit different than mine, right? So right now you probably only have no website. So you're going to go up to the button that says, I'm ready to get started. I'm going to go to create website. We're going to go to Squarespace templates. I build templates. So in my resources, you'll see that I had the option to build templates. Normal people won't have that because they're not developers. If you're a developer, you'll have that option and we can talk about that at a higher level. This is just 101 stuff, okay? So Squarespace. this is where you should get the screen you should be seeing if you are just signing up with Squarespace. You do not want to skip this experience because this is Squarespace's AI that is helping you build a template, if you will, just a basic structure for your website. You do want to use this because you can manipulate it as you go on. It just gives you a basic template of what you want the structure to look like. Okay. So the basic 5-step blueprint to start a Squarespace site is you're going to choose a template. So you're going to pick a clean, simple design that aligns with your brand. You want to look for templates that are optimized for services or coaching if that's your business. Um, but with this tool that they have with AI, you can actually add things as you go. So if you don't add something on right away, you can always add it later. So if in the beginning you don't have everything you want, that's okay. Everything can be changed at any time. All right, Autumn, we're going to build your site. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start your site here in my Squarespace so that you have access to my special discounts when you're ready to sign up for your account. You have an account already, you've signed up. That's totally fine. You're not going to do anything with that. That's just going to be your dashboard. We're going to use your email though, once it's time to hand this over and it will populate in your dashboard. So, what is your site about? It's going to give you some topics. Your topic is digital marketing. So there's two marketings. It's going to be there's marketing and there's digital marketing. If you're going to be doing digital marketing, you want to be painfully specific as you can, because what this tool does is it populates copy and AI made pictures already in there that you can manipulate or you can change to fit your brand. And it's just a great starting point, especially for people who don't have copywriting skills. And luckily, ChatGPT exists now, and ChatGPT, the $20 is well worth it. Totally worth it. I would recommend everyone does ChatGPT. However, if you use it, you need to edit your prompts after you get them. Please never, ever, ever copy and paste a direct response or share a direct photo from ChatGPT that you have not edited. It is just trashy. It's trashy. It looks terrible. Okay, so what is your site about? Digital marketing. We're going to say it's about digital marketing. What do you want to do with your website? So Autumn, we want to use this as a full CRM. We're going to take payments, we're going to sell services, we're going to eventually, do you even want to have an online course? If you don't right now, that's fine. And you want to add it in the future, you can. But what are you thinking, Autumn, when it comes to this? What would you like to have on your website? And then I'll tell you what you need.
I really like the idea of publish a blog. That's something that I like.
Okay.
Um, I think probably with digital marketing, I will be promoting events or projects, you
Okay.
know,
Yep.
and then
Email's good.
offer contact form for like
Yep.
contact. If I what I'm thinking it is
Yep.
offer
Yep.
contact form.
Yes. Yes. Okay. All right. So we are going to need to send invoices because you want to get paid. We do want to have appointments because you want to be able to book those appointments with these people. Selling services. What is a service? A service-based business is a consultation or a coaching consultation, or if you are providing a service like a waxing or a hair dye or a tattoo or things like that, nails, those are service bases, something that you're doing for someone. That's a service. A product is a physical, tangible product. Are you selling coffee mugs? Are you selling pens? Are you selling freshies? What are you selling? Online courses. Are you interested in teaching others what you've learned? That's something that we could do in the future. So if you wanted to do that, you would want to put that there so it has the page for it. What this does is this populates um the template uh area that you can build in. So it actually doesn't even matter if you don't pick all the right things because you can edit this later. So for today, we're going to do send invoices, sell services, get appointments, offer a contact form, and publish a blog because it doesn't sound like you're going to have products. You don't really want to, do you want to have a membership community like where people meet, like how my business is, where I have you guys talking together? Maybe not right now.
No, I don't want a
Okay.
membership community at the present moment.
Perfect. Okay, so this is pretty basic. This is pretty easy. We're going to hit the next button. Then it's going to ask you, do you want to build this with AI or would you like to browse some templates? I personally always go with AI because I'm an AI girl. I love AI. It's just awesome. Like you never want to rely on AI 100% for anything. AI has blind spots and it is incomplete in so many ways. Like you'll end up with like 7 fingers and 1 eye and like whatever with pictures anyways. But if it gives you a launching point, the thing I love about AI is it gives me a launch pad to be able to have a starting point without all of the groundwork that it used to take. I've been doing this since 2012, the health coaching online, like just being online on Facebook, health coaching. I used to run challenges like my sugar elimination challenge, sugar blues challenge in these groups. I've done a lot of work online, okay? And there was a ground level base before AI came into being because AI had this dream state where it was like before it came online. There was a lot of work that we used to have to do of copywriting and just like sitting down, and I'm talking hours. I would sit for hours and days and just write and write and write and write or draw or like design and oh my gosh, it would just take forever. And so AI, people that demonize AI don't understand that if we can, this is the evolution point. This is the way that we as humans evolve. We don't want AI to take our creativity away from us. And we do want to have those moments of creative writing where we really get in this deep space of like digging within and having creativity. But you can use AI as a launching point where you can talk to it about your different ideas and you can talk to it about things that you are thinking about, and it will help you develop your dream. So I always say that everything in life is about duality. Everything is about as above, so below, everything. And so we want to be very balanced. And when you're using AI, have reverence for it. You don't use it all the time. That being said, I'm going to choose build with AI. However, if you're like freaked out by that, you can just go through a template. That's fine. But for today, we're going to go with AI because Morning Moon loves AI. We love AI. Oh, we do, we do. But we also edit all of our AI art and copywriting, all of it. Okay, so what pops up here is we're going to choose a site title and brand personality. This is kind of where we determine how we're speaking to our people. And this can be changed. Everything here can be changed later. So we need to go with the site title. The site title is going to be Autumn. It's going to be your business name. So what's your business name for the people?
Um, sacred, sacred outlaw marketing.
And we came up with that name, Sacred Outlaw, Autumn, name of her business. Um, because, well, Autumn, why don't you share with everybody why we chose this name?
Um, Sacred Outlaw, we used Chat GPT.
Mhm.
Lacy and I talked it over one day, and Lacy said, "What is some words to define you?" Well, I'm a Roman Catholic, so that's very spiritual. I'm very spiritually tied to my Catholicism. So that's where the sacred comes in. And then I like to be a rebel. I love doing stuff outside the norm, and I love outlaw. I love being an outlaw. And then marketing, because my product that I will be offering people is I will be able to do ads for businesses, whether they're in I should clarify, in the platform of Meta,
Mm.
which is my specialty would be Facebook and Instagram ads.
Mhm, mhm.
So that's where the marketing part came in. Did I answer your question, Lacy, or did I talk too
Yes.
much?
No, that was perfect. That was perfect. So, what Autumn is describing is the process, the creative process that I use to help with branding. So, everybody has a unique essence and a vibe that they put out, and that's their who they are. And in order to extract that, I ask you about yourself, your likes, your dislikes, you who you are, what's important to you, what is the vibe of your person, like what's your fashion sense? Like who would you be if you could be anybody? And we take that and I take some keywords, I extract it, I put into Chat GPT, and then we come up with a couple different names and a couple different ideas, coupled with your vibe coupled with your skill set of what you're trying to offer. We take that and then I help you create. We niche it. We niche it down into um, a couple different options and like to 5 different options, and then you choose which one you like, and that's what we go with. And then the name kind of takes a life of its own. Like your brand is going to take a life of its own. It's going to have a brand of its own. Morning Moon started out as an idea for an apothecary that my husband and I were going to run. And he actually came up with the name Morning Moon because he loved morning moons. He loves morning moons. And we have this thing where he's like, he are we're very um my husband and I have a very deep relationship, and we're very sun and moon, and so we're very stars in the moon. And so we had this thing that the sun loved um the moon so much it would die every night to let her breathe. And so the morning moon thing came kind of like from that, and it developed its own. The brand kind of developed itself over time because it started out as this lion. Oh my gosh, you guys can't see it. It was my very first digital mid-journey um image that I ever made. And I started making images because I love art. And Morning Moon became an art. It was originally an art outlet, and I was going to sell my digital images. But I've been a health coach since 2012 and worked in naturopathic medicine since 2008. So over time, I developed my brand to what it is now, just using parts of myself, right? So that's how we develop a brand. So the next part is the brand personality. Is each brand has a unique set of colors, fonts, and tone for creating the content. This right now isn't super important because we're just getting started. We're just like at the very beginning. But for you, Autumn, let's see. Let's go through these. Professional. Look at the professional text. Do you want to be more professional? Are you wanting to have a more playful vibe? Sophisticated? Friendly? It's kind of like how you want, like this one. Bold is like, I use bold for Passar Care, one of my clients, and she's got bold. She's very bold, and she's Russian, and she's a very bold woman, and this is for veterans. It's a very bold website.
I'm
Yeah.
going to tell you,
Yeah.
Lacy, the way I feel is very professional but sophisticated. Like that's
That's what I was thinking. Okay. So that being said, when we're looking at the two, professional and sophisticated, which one? Like, what's the vibe for you when you're looking at that? What one is speaking?
can you go back up to professional?
Yep.
Lacy, I would like to try friendly too, just to see.
Mhm.
Friendly.
Friendly. Can you, why friendly? I agree with you, but why is your heart saying friendly?
Because I'm just liking the way the lettering looks and how it feels.
Yep.
It
So,
feels like my brand.
yeah.
Like if you were to ask me to pick one for you, I would say bold.
We're both. Hmm. Yeah, kind of. I don't know. For my website, I did innovative.
Well, innovative or bold would be between what I
Yeah.
would say for you.
Yeah. For me, it's innovative. Morning Moon's innovative. But for you, I would
Sorry.
definitely, no, you're fine. Stop apologizing. Autumn, we're going to break you of the apologizing. No more apologizing. Every time that you say you're sorry, I want you to give me $1.
Lazy, you might be rich by the end of this exercise.
Exactly. That's right. So we're going to go with friendly and we're going to hit next. All right. It's loading your AI generated content. We're going to need build your homepage. These are the sections. Your website, every page is divided into a section, and the sections can be manipulated. They can be taken out. They can be hidden from mobile. Everything is dynamic. So don't get like, if you don't do something, don't freak out. It's okay. So you're going to need an intro. An intro is the beginning part. It's the header. It is the image. It is the showstopper. Like it is your first impression. My websites, if you've ever seen any of my websites, I am the essence of the website is in the beginning, the showstopper. That's the vibe. But like the whole vibe of the website is set by the top in my websites. For other people, like other designers, I don't know what they like to do, but for me, I it's all about the showstop. I want a showstop. I want something so beautiful that you just drop your mouth and you're done, right? So, that being said, Autumn, there's a few different layout options. Do you see this box right here that says layout option? I'm going to give you 3 options and you're going to choose one, and I'm going to tell you why I don't do the other 2 and why I'm not going to do the other 2 for you. So option 1, don't tell me yet. This is option 1, option 2, option 3. Don't look at the picture. We're just looking at the layout. The layout, by that I mean this picture is flush in the back. We've got the scroller. This picture is going to be changed out.
It's gonna be my horse that I love so much.
It will be a horse. It will not be that horse.
Sorry, I'm jumping
No,
ahead.
you owe me $1. That's $2. I'm keeping a tab. $2, dollar for every sorry. Okay, so the reason I'm not doing this template, I'm not giving you the option of this one or this one, is because these 2 I use for if you are the product. So if you are the like say your product was about Autumn. Like Autumn, you're the coach, you're the consultant, it's all about Autumn. So if you're the person, you're the focus, I would use one of these 2. So like say, welcome to Lacy J. Watson. This is Coach Lacy's page. I would have a picture of me, a fabulous, beautiful picture of me right here, if it was all about me. But because my website's about Morning Moon, it's going to be about Morning Moon, right? I should show you all. I will tease you guys and show you my site in here that I have yet to unleash because I'm finishing up. It's gorgeous. Gosh, it's so gorgeous. Whew, it's really pretty. I am a visual person, so I need to have something that pulls me in. If it doesn't pull me in right away, I'm out. Lots of people are that way. So which one do you like? This one, number 1, number 2, or number
Number
3?
2.
Number 2?
And the reason why I like number 2 is I feel like with what
Yep.
logo we've got going is you will see the horse,
Yep.
and then I can do a fun little, or you can do, I should say, a fun little intro there.
Yeah. Well,
That works perfectly.
yep. So we're doing this together, right? We're doing the DIY. This is what the program, the program after this program. This is the free, opt-in free. This is the freebie. This is me just showing you I'm not being a gatekeeper. I'm showing you how I do things, right? I want to show everybody how to do the thing. But the options to work on your thing after that are you can join the group coaching program with me where you build your website. That's what we're doing, Autumn, is you're going to build your website, but I'm going to walk you through every step of it. And so the other option is the $10,000 one-on-one thing where I build all of it for you. And then I just teach you how to use it. That's for people who are like, I don't want to have anything. I don't care. Like, I don't want to mess with it. For those of you who want to mess with it, who want to mess with your website, you're going to want to be in the group coaching thing, because the group coaching, what we're going to do is I'm going to teach you how to build this thing step by step. You are going to be the one building it, and I will help you every step of the way, even with your graphics. So the group coaching program, there's going to be a module in there where I teach you everything. And I'm talking everything about how to create graphics, how to do Midjourney, how to do Chat GPT, how to use Dolly, how to use Leonardo, how to use all of them. There's a ton of them. Which one to use, how to use Adobe, all that stuff. So the program that comes after this, you are going to learn how to make your own horse. So that's why I'm saying, Autumn, that horse that I made for you, I don't want that to be your horse. I want you to make your own horse. We're going to do it together during that program that you're in. So
Okay.
Autumn is in. Autumn has signed up for and is in Online Empire, the DIY program. And so the Online Empire group coaching program, I wasn't going to talk about this until the end, but the online Online Empire do it yourself program is it's a $5,000 program. You can do a payment plan, but it's a group coaching thing where we meet for 3 months. We meet every week, a couple times a week. We're going to meet 3 times a week, and we're going to build your online empire together. I'm going to build it step by step with you. I'm holding your hand every step of the way. You're going to see so much of me. You're going to be sick of me. And we are going to work together to learn how to do the thing, how to do this, how you're going to show up, how you're going to build your website, how you're going to make images, how you're going to write copy, how are you going to do all this. I am showing you everything, my method of what I've done. So that's what we're doing. And so for that, you will create your own horse, Autumn, and you're going to love it. So we'll hold off on that. Today, we're not going to do any of the beautiful stuff. All of that is going to be done in that program. But for today's purposes, Autumn is so excited, you guys. She's like done everything I've asked her and then some. She's like ready to go. So for those of you who are ready to join her, and if you're like her friend, you better reach out to her and ask her how to get into this, because she wants you in her with her so that we can all have fun together. We're building a tribe of girls who like women. We're building a tribe of women who are tired of the 9 to 5, who are ready to, stop living someone else's dream and live their own. That's what this is. Morning Moon collectives are you're just a part of a group of people who want to do it together. Okay, so we're building the homepage. Services section. We're going to do the intro section. We're going to leave the product section alone because you don't have products yet. You're going to have services because we're going to do consultation. You have, again, the layout options. For you, Autumn, I'm going to make this choice because you're only going to be offering right now a couple basic services, and I'm going to not have a visual. We had a beautiful visual up here. Yours is not super going to be, it's going to be a little bit different. So I'm going to do it that style, the our services style, where it's I wish I could show you. We're going to do the our services to where it is the layout. Where you change that is you hit the change layout and it will pop up, and then you click out of it so it goes away. And we're changing, the layout will look a little bit different when I'm finished, but I made it this way because you're doing marketing. You don't want to have too many visual elements, but you never want to have too many copy. You don't want to have too much writing, but don't want to have too much pictures for what you're doing, because people want to trust your authority level. And if there's too much artwork on it, they're going to think that you don't know what you're doing. And so you want to have some brand authority by like telling people what you're doing. Then we're going to have an appointment section. But if you're a different business like mine, you're gonna have a bunch of artwork because you want people to buy your digital art. Right. So my website is art heavy because that's part of what I do. Your website is not going to be art heavy. Honestly, you'll probably only have the horse, and then you'll have like a few other things that are objective, and we'll make it pretty with the backgrounds and stuff and fit your vibe. It will still be beautiful, but it's not going to be like artwork threw up all over the page like mine is. When we're done, I'll show you a few different websites I've developed so you can understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so next you're going to choose the appointment section. Here we can put another like pretty thing. I'm going to choose this guy because it's offsetting. What's happening here is I'm trying to create a visual flow. And so I am choosing my layout elements wisely so that when it comes time to plug pictures in, I'm able to do that easily without having to recreate the layout. And so here we're going to have your welcome to your thing, book now, this showstopper, a little bit about you, blah, 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 blah. And then we're going to have, I'm actually going to move this down and it's going to have like a blurb about what you do and who you are and like welcome. And then the services are going to have your services. And then there's going to be a book now thing. And behind here will be a different picture. It will look congruent with what your brand is. And then next we need the form section. Actually, we always need an about section. So who you are. Now, because we have a picture here on this side, I haven't done one. I am going to, I don't like to, it needs to be visually pleasing. So I don't like to stack too many visual elements on it. So here, the about you is going to just be who you are. So visually, this one is going to be the best representation because we don't want to get rid of the visuals completely, but we want a little bit so it's not sterile. So it's going to be about you, who Autumn is, who I am. And it's going to be, this will learn more, go to you. This will have a picture of you. This will have like a picture of like a computer or something to showcase marketing. And that will be the about you. Then we're going to have a little social thing, follow us on socials. And I'm not going to have the pictures for you again, because you're not really doing much with your social media right now. We'll just have this nice little thing that says follow with no pictures. But for me, like mine, I would do pictures. Then we'll do the forms. That's the contact you, and then the footer. And so the footer always wants to have, you always want to have a footer always like this, because I always choose this one, the second option, because it has the layout is done in a way where you can have your sub pages down here easily and your privacy policy, because privacy policy and all those things are important when you're building a website, and you can edit it there. So it's always going to be this layout that has the hyperlinks in the bottom. These are called hyperlinks. Hyperlinks link to another page that of the about you page or whatever. So we want to always have multiple options to get places. And I actually don't like the way that they have this layout. So we're done here. We're done getting layout. We're going to go next. And then this is the sub pages. So these are the adding the sub pages to your site. We need the about, we need the contact, we need the services, we need the appointment. We're not going to do a shop or course. So this is just going to add the sub pages. Then we're going to choose the color scheme. Autumn, what was let's see, we came up with a color scheme for you.
It was reds, turquoises, and brown, somewhere in that.
Okay.
family.
Okay. Yeah, I remember now. Okay. So we need to find something that matches the vibe that we can change it, but like I like to have a basic vibe, like a basic. I don't want it to be sterile, but I don't want it to be, ooh, what's this? I can change this a little bit. I think I'm gonna go with this. What do you think about this?
I like it, or I like that one, or the first one caught my eye too.
Which one was the first one? This one?
First sophisticated one.
This one?
No, over.
This one?
Over.
Oh, first. Oh, sorry. This one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that works. Great. Perfect. Okay. So next, and then we're gonna go back. We were friendly, right? Yeah, we're gonna do friendly. And then do you want friendly Manrope or friendly Sensita? I think Sensita makes more sense.
Sensita, since this is kind of
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
Western feel.
Yes. Perfect. Okay. Now we're gathering our pages. We're saving our colors and our fonts. Thinking about it. Da, 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 da. We're thinking about ta-da. Now we have a dashboard. Cool. Now you have a basic website. Now you have your basic structure. So this is called your dashboard homepage. This is your dashboard. This is where all the magic happens. This is everything you're going to need to know about the dashboard is going to be you edit the home page. So your website is right here. Up here is where you go in to actually edit the website if you want to edit the website. This exits you out. This little back button here, this undoes a change. This redoes the change if you undo the change. This is building in desktop view. This icon is building in mobile view. Always build in mobile view first, because 90% of your clients are going to be mobile. I am at a level that I build on desktop view first because I've been doing this for a long time. But for new people, I always say to build in the mobile view. So you can just click on it and it will affect the reason I say build on mobile view is because when you build on desktop view, you'll forget that you need to build on mobile view. And if someone goes to visit your site on mobile view and you've been doing it on desktop view and it's not optimized, things look weird and stupid and shitty and are in weird places. And it's really annoying. So what I'm doing here is that you can see this is mobile view, right? This is mobile view. All these elements are like moving. You're like, oh my God. So edit site header. This is your site title and logo. This is where you would change all that. This is the kind of stuff that we're going to get into in the class, in the group coaching program. I'm going to go into all of these things, how to change the menu, all of this stuff, why you would do that, like all these things. Okay. And then this is your header. I would change that, to say something different. And I will tell you all of the extra steps we will go into in the group coaching program, Autumn. So I don't want you to do anything with this, okay? Until we get into that next set. And then when we do the group coaching thing, I'm going to show you how to do this. So we're going to change this out. We'll create an image on ChatGPT or Dolly. Excuse me. Dolly is ChatGPT. That's the image generator or Midjourney. So the three image generators that I use are Dolly, Midjourney, and Leonardo. And then I have a whole list of other ones I use. I use Remini for like selfies or whatever. And I'm learning right now FAL, FAL.ai. I'm learning that so I can do digital photo shoots, like real cool ones. And I use Adobe. I use the hell out of Adobe Photoshop. I use that so much. The two tools I use the most in my business are ChatGPT and Adobe Photoshop, period. I couldn't survive if I didn't have those. Well, I could, but
Lacy, could you
yeah,
tell us what ones you recommend for the basic beginner?
I would recommend ChatGPT Basic and Canva. Canva is similar to Adobe, but it's more user friendly and it's beginner friendly. Adobe, full disclosure, I've been using Adobe Photoshop since I was 15, since it came out. So since the very first version of Adobe, I have been using it. So, I don't know what the learning curve for people is who haven't had experience. I'd imagine it's difficult. That being said, I always say a beginner starts with Canva because Canva is quick, it's easy, it's got templates already made for you. We use Canva a ton. I've used Canva so much. Like there are times where I will go to Canva instead of Adobe because their templates are just simply better and they have different fonts. That's a great question, Autumn. Thank you. And then here you're going to see your services. And again, we will manipulate all these things. All these things are manipulatable. You can add a section in here. You can add like a whole section in here and we'll talk about that sort of thing. But all of these things are manipulatable. Um, and you can, so if you want to change, say you want to change this to say what we offer instead of our services, because that sounds cold and sterile. Like you want, you're not positioning, your website's not about you. Like nobody gives a shit about you or what you offer or you. They care about them and what they can do for them, like what you're doing for them. So you want to position your website to be what can I do for you? Like why is this relevant to you? Not about all about this is Autumn's sacred marketing, this is all about sacred marketing, sacred outlaw marketing. This is all about Autumn. This is what I've done. You never want to make it about you. Your social media is about you, but your website and your business and your brand, that ain't about you. There's a lot of people out there who do like TikTok and stuff, and they get like, I don't know, 17,000, 20,000, 120,000 followers or whatever. And they think that they have made it, right? They think, oh my gosh, I'm social media famous. I've done so good, or like whatever. Even I have a lot of followers on my platforms. But that doesn't actually mean they're going to buy from you. If you haven't got a solid brand, it's going to be like pulling teeth for people to buy, and you're always going to be broke. Like you're never going to be able to um position people in a way that they don't know, like, or trust you. Number one, they don't know what your brand is. Like, what are you doing? You're just giving your opinion. No one cares about your opinion. So if you really want to be set yourself apart, you want to build a brand and you want to make sure that your brand is speaking to your client, your ideal client. That's why we talk a lot about who's your target market, who's your dream client. Like we talk a lot about that. So you're going to want to add your essential pages. There's a lot we can do here. There's so much. I could go on and on and on, but for time purposes, I'm going to go ahead and exit out of here. And if you guys have questions, oh, I want to show you one more thing actually. Oh, shoot. I see. This little paintbrush right here is site styles. What I was saying earlier about colors and fonts and all that stuff, that can be changed here in the site style. So you can change the theme. You can change your fonts. You can even add fonts. You can buy fonts, upload them, have a different font. Like if it's not available, I do that all the time. You can change your colors. You can go in and change the colors. See if you click this, if you just click it and you click the color, the palette, you can change it. I always recommend having a brand kit in your Canva that you can draw from. If you have Canva, make sure that you have a brand kit with all your colors. I create brand kits for all my clients that have the exact hex codes, the font, and everything that I'm using. That's where the mood board comes in, Autumn. The mood board comes in for the brand kit because the mood board helps you set the tone of the mood you're wanting to invoke. So back to the back end. You have your website, you have your pages. That's where you're going to add your pages. Those are the different pages we have. If you want to add a page, you're going to go to the main navigation. You're going to press the plus button and you'll go down and choose it from there. If you say you have a site and you're done, you've built the page and the home page, you always want to take home. For some reason, home is never linked. I always move it up to main navigation because people need to be able to find the home page. And then so main navigation translates to the main menu. And that's how you get navigating. And not linked are things that are not on the main service menu. We'll talk about that again in the program. These little gears here, these help you to rename the page title, do things like SEO. If you want to duplicate the page, you can. If you want to have the header and footer go away, you could take them off. SEO, this is really important. This is where you go in and you edit the improvement ranking for Google. Now, Google picks up the SEO based on the copy that's already on the page. So you never want to have like a like an image from Canva that has a bunch of copy on it and then just upload it, because then Google won't be able to read your page. So you always want to make sure that anything that's written, unless it's like your title, like you'll see me make websites that have a beautiful picture and then the name of the like my All Good Things website. It's like the beautiful picture and then I make a picture of the name All Good Things, but you'll never see like copy written that's a picture that's uploaded because you can't grab it from Google. That's just a little social image. This is what they see when you share it on Facebook. You want to always add the image, that pops up on Facebook. You'll pop up and say, Sacred Outlaw Marketing does this when they share your page. It's that image they see. That's where you get that image. Advanced here, this is for code. This is in like end level stuff. I will not be teaching this to you unless you're working with me one-on-one, because that's gonna screw your website up if you do it wrong. Services. So these are the sub pages. These little pages here are sub pages, and you can click on each one to edit it. As you can see, if you click it, you edit, then you just edit the copy. You would just hit edit, and then you come in, go to text, and you say, give me a call. Give me a call. And then you would edit, and then you would just hit save. And then if you want to change the picture, you hit image, hit this little edit button here, and then you would go to replace. So it's content. So in here you have content, the image. This little circle right here is the focal point of the image. So the focal point that the image is going to be focused on. So like if I put it up here, you can see right here that the image has changed a little bit. Like if I put the focal point here, it goes all the way over here. Do you see that? The focal point is in the middle so that it's centered, but the focal point is over here. Now it's not. That's what that does, just in case anybody's wondering. The attached link. This is if you want them to click it and go to a different page. That would be great for like affiliate stuff. Alternate file name. This is really good for SEO. If you want Google to pick stuff up, I always rename the file to like, if it was contact us for state, like I would put contact Autumn at Sacred Outlaw right here. Like, because that when Google does the web crawl, it will pick up Sacred Outlaw Marketing. It will pick that up and then it'll pick that image up and it will have the word and it will like grab your site. So you want to have like keywords, and I use ChatGPT to help me with that kind of stuff, with descriptions, all that kind of stuff. Oh, I love ChatGPT. It's so awesome for website development. It's so awesome. Image alt text. That's the other thing. You would just put Autumn Rose if it's a picture of you, like, and that's what's going to come up if alt text is what comes up if the image isn't loading. It will just say Autumn Rose or whatever. So that's what those are. That's what this is. And I got to here, just so you guys are wondering, I clicked the image and I went to the pencil, and the pencil took me to content, to where I could replace the image, change the focal point, attach a link, change the SEO. And then if I go to design, there's so many, everything is a rabbit hole. Everything everywhere. That's why my business is the way it is, because everything's a rabbit hole. Design, you can have it fit to where it like, see how it changed it to make it just the image, or you can fill it to make it bigger. And then you can change the shape. You can make it a circle. And then if you want to change the shape even further, you go to shape. And then you have the one-on-one size, the 2-3, or the 3-2, right? So you can change the shape to change the vibe. You can stretch it, make it longer. You can put an overlay. Oh, this is really cool. You can do an effect so it like looks grainy, or it's like moving. Really cool, huh? I've made some damn cool websites with these things. And really, and then you can change this. If see these things down here, you can change that just by changing the shape and size and the motion. I would say to anybody watching this, and to you, Autumn, just play with all the buttons. Just play with everything. Don't actually like what I do with websites is I'll throw shit in there like spaghetti at the wall. I'll just like put stuff in and see what it looks like and manipulate it until it looks good. And that's what I do. And then I do the copy last. So I make the thing look good and then I do the copy last. And then you can change backgrounds by if you just click section and you click edit section, it will go design and the background. You can add an image and you can change the background. And then in design, so the thing that trips people up about Squarespace and they're like, oh my God, it's this thing, is let's add a section. I just want a blank section. Add a blank section here. People are like, what the fuck is this? If you add a block, add an image. Do you see these blocks here in the back? Do you see those like little when I click it, do you see those little tiny blocks that are kind of like placeholding? Like people get tripped out by that and I don't know why, but it's just helping you to understand the space that you're in so that you can properly, and if you want to expand the blocks, you just move things and it will move for you. And you can even change the structure of the blocks if you click on the section and you go to edit section. Do you see the gap, the block gap? So it changes the structure of how the actual section is. Do you see that, Autumn?
Yes, and those blocks, Lacey,
Mm-hmm.
I was taught were to guide your eye because you never want something totally
Correct.
centered, you never want something off centered. Is that correct or is that wrong?
That's absolutely correct. Yes, that is absolutely correct. Yep. So all that stuff you learned in Courseria was fabulous. Actually, I'm glad you did it because don't think that the information that you learned, Autumn. So for context, Autumn came to me because she had been on the website Courseria and she'd been learning all this stuff about Facebook marketing and meta marketing, and she didn't know how to put it into tangible use. So my task is to help her put this into a tangible business use and to become a business online. And a lot of people do these things. You do could what's it called? Khan Academy and like those types of things. You get full up of all this information, and then it's like, well, how do you actually tangibly put this into a reality? And I have spent thousands of dollars and hours and time, like years of my life learning this. And so that's why I have a method to that's why I've started this particular program, because I recognize that not one size fits all and it's all very a lot. And like if you're someone that's like eating the information, you need a tangible blueprint. There's no tangible blueprint. And so you came to me with this gave me the idea. So thank you, Autumn, because I was kind of like, how can I help normal people? And this is exactly how. So that is a little bit about the elements. So we're gonna exit out of that. I don't need to save anything because we'll come back. Okay, so this is a little bit about, that's a little bit about your pages and then your utilities. Your utilities are your things like your 404 page, your checkout, and your lock screen. We'll go into that in the group coaching program. The trash are things that you have deleted. You don't want to delete anything until you're absolutely sure that you're done with it. Because if you fuck up and you're like, I really wanted that page, you can go back. Praise God, we can restore it. Unless you empty your trash. So don't empty the trash until you're absolutely certain you're done. Um, so that's a little bit. So then you press the back button in order to get out of there. If you're like, where did you just go? Always play with buttons, guys. Press everything. Make sure to save all the time. Another important button, another important thing to notice is this gear button. This is your gear settings. So this is when you're ready to go live. This is where you go live, because even if you pay for pay for Squarespace and you don't change your site availability, it's going to be private. Nobody will see your site. So you go in there and you go public and you upgrade to publish. So what does that look like? You hit the button, select the plan. For me, because I'm a Circle Gold partner or you're one of my clients, all of my clients get to save money when they sign up with me. If you get a website through me, you will always have access to these better prices. These better prices, because Autumn, I can bet you that if you went into this in yours, it would tell you that you are going to want to pay like $30 a month or some crazy thing. So I get access to different levels of of payment plan. So what I always tell everyone is you do need the core if you have a business, unless you have an external booking system and an external like uh, mail system, like for massage therapists, if they're using Massage Book, you do not need to have the core plan unless you want to have payments through um, unless you have payments through Squarespace or payments or like services or like booking, that kind of thing. So you can actually do the 1280, the basic plan, if you do not need to have payments or booking or anything like that, or you're not selling anything, you just have a static page. People know what you do, contact you, it's right there. And then I usually just put I embed a code to connect it to the Massage Book, basically. So that being said, that is what that is for. And then we'll go into all this other stuff in the class. Actually, we'll do one more thing here so that everybody knows. If you want to have a person help you in your site, you go to the gear, go to settings, and you go to permissions and ownership. We'll go to permissions and ownership. So when I do a site with someone, I'm going to get their email. Autumn, what's your, I'm going to invite a contributor. What's your email? You can actually just type it in the chat so not everybody can see it. Do you know how to do that? Or you can send it to me in Facebook, whatever works best for you. And that way I can put it in there. But this is what this does is this allows someone else to work on the site with you, and then you could give did I spell your last name wrong? No. I got it. Okay. Oh, hold on. I don't see the chat thing. There it is. Okay. Ah, I've got two screens, everyone. I've got two screens, everyone. So trying to. Oh, hello, buddy. Do you need to go potty? What are you doing? Oh, okay. My dog. Jasper, what are you doing? Okay. Okay, so we're gonna put Autumn in here, and then oh, everybody can see it anyways. Silly. Okay, so then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make you a full administrator so that you can do everything, and I'm gonna invite you, and then you'll accept the invite. And then once what I'm going to do once you've accepted is I'm going to transfer ownership to you so that it's your site. One moment, please, everyone. I'm going to let my dog out. He is asking. I have any dog lovers here. I am owned by a dog. Okay, so I'm going to transfer ownership to you. That way you have the ability to make the purchase when it's time to do so and go live. And that way this is your site, but you have, the reason I've done this, Autumn, is this gives you access to my special prices and special benefits in my platform. So you have your Squarespace dashboard, and then you'll have the website you started, and then this website. The website you started will not have access to that special pricing because it's in your account, but because this one is under my account too, then you're able to purchase the same price because you're under my umbrella. How cool is that? Pretty cool. Okay, you guys, that was a lot. That was a lot, wasn't it? That was like kind of a lot for just a free little masterclass here. But we're not done. We are not done. I was still going to tell you guys a couple more things. So before I wrap up Squarespace, and I'm going to stop my share so that you guys can see us again. Okay. So before I wrap up the talk about Squarespace, I want to tell you that you need a few things. Essentially, you need your homepage. That's who you are, who you help, and the result you deliver. Okay, like that's who you help, the result you deliver. That's your like knocking on the door. We're letting you in. This is the first impression, right? And then you want to have the about, your story, why you do, who you are, what you do, a picture of you. and then your services, a clear offer with prices and a call to action and some booking. Those are the 3 pages that you always need, no matter what, across the board. If you come to me and you want a website, I'm going to offer you a 3-page website with those things, and then it'll go from there, right? So then the next thing is you need to connect to an email service. You can either use the built-in Squarespace email capture, or you can connect MailChimp or Aweber or any one of those things to start building your list. I would say to use the built-in Squarespace email capture for easeability, but some people really like MailChimp or Aweber or whatever. I personally use MailChimp right now because I have for a long time. My email list has been in there forever. I'm transferring. And then the other thing is you want to create a simple call to action. Make sure that you have a ton of buttons all over your site. Book now, book now, book now, call now, book now. You always want to have more than enough buttons so that they can get to you. They need to be able to get to you. And you want to launch softly. You know, once you've got your website out, share your link with a small group to get feedback before you promote it to people. Speaking of which, before we go on to the final 2 topics, I will show you guys a sneak peek of my site, which is really exciting for me because I have been working on it for a very long time. Mucho long time. I'm gonna let my dog in one more time. And actually, why don't we all pause for a second and take a bathroom break because this is getting long. And I have to go potty. Autumn, if you need to go to the bathroom or get a drink of water, now would be the time. Let's take a pause because that was a lot. Okay. So Autumn is in the bathroom. Bathroom break, everyone. So here's what I'm gonna do, guys. I'm gonna pull up my teaser website. Excited to show people, kind of. Oh gosh, I don't even. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Whoa. Sharing my page here. All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Okay. So here's a little sneak peek. Can you see my screen? No, maybe not.
Your screen?
Can you see it?
Yes,
Which
morning moon.
Oh, you can see it. Okay. It's weird. My screen just kind of disappeared. So this is my site. It's not finished, but I'm working on it. But as you can see, I have, let's see, let's go in here. I have this cool header, right? The showstopper. This is my showstopper, right? Like this is come in and it's like, dang, it's pretty. So then I have the what we offer, my health coaching, digital media, my business coaching. I have lots of calls to action, apply for coaching, and a little bit about me, my release masterclass, a little bit about my health at home, and then a little bit about me. So it's a little teaser of part of it for you guys, just to see the top part. I'm not scrolling down all the way because there's some stuff that I have not released yet that I don't want you to see. So I'm going to get out of there. Um, very exciting. So as you could see though, could you see how it was structured though? It's like very pretty, like very like in the very beginning, it's very like um um it's a showstopper. That's the only way that I can say it. And all of my websites, I attempt to create that vibe. I want it to like kind of stop your scroll bit. It's a scroll stopper, I guess. It's stopping your scroll. So that being said, that is, oops, hold on, guys. I gotta get back. Autumn, what screen are you seeing? The duck,
I
duck,
am
go.
seeing rise and shine with morning moon. I'm seeing your face
Oh,
and
just me. Okay. All right. We're getting a little, my screen's getting, you see me. You don't see my screen then. You are no longer seeing my screen. You only
no,
see
I'm
me.
just seeing you, Lacy.
Okay, you're just seeing me. Okay. All right. I lost my Zoom bar went away. And so I'm like, oh gosh. Okay. Here you are. There you are. Hi. Okay. First world problems of working on the digital sphere here. So I want you guys to remember that a professional looking site doesn't need to be complicated. It just needs to be clear, clean, and conversion focused. By that, I mean that's in the copy, and we will talk about that in the group coaching program. There's so much to go over. As you can see, like, do you have questions before I move on to Facebook professional mode about Squarespace that can be just basic questions that I can answer for you right now? No? Okay. All right. So I'm going to go on to Facebook professional mode now, and that is an easy way to start building your audience without a business page. Autumn, did we already turn on professional mode for you?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
It's
All right.
very easy.
It is very easy. So what you're going to do, people, is you are going to, the reason you're going to turn on professional mode on Facebook is because Facebook now allows for, Facebook now allows for your page to be recommended to other people, for your personal profile to become a page. And if you turn it into professional mode, that allows you to become a page. And so you don't actually need a business page anymore. Like it's kind of irrelevant actually and redundant. And so it's nice for those of us who are busy because we don't want to have to um we don't want to have to run 500 things. So 3 steps to launch your Facebook professional mode, you guys. So here is my Facebook. I'm already in professional mode. As you can see, I have 2,000 followers here. And I've got my professional dashboard. But where you're going to go is you're going to go to these 3 dots here, and there will be a setting that says turn on professional mode. You're going to turn on professional mode, okay? And then you're going to go to invite people to connect. And you're going to select all. I do this every day just because these are people that I've added or whatever. Um, or like people that have followed my stuff, and that just invites them to like my page. And then that invites them. I have an automatic setting to invite them to go into my group, Rise and Shine with Morning Moon. The second thing you're going to do is you're going to go to your intro and you're going to go to edit bio. You want to keep it short and sweet. Who you help and how. Like, and my example is a little different because I'm a little a bit of a special case. So I have two things that I do. I'm a wellness expert, but I also help you with creating your dreams in the digital sphere. So I'm weird and I put mine as wellness expert, digital dream reaver. But what I did here was clever. I wrote bridging the gap between digital and reality. That helps people to understand what I do. And then I have this beautiful cover photo. The thing that you really want to remember about the cover photo is that's your first impression of how people see you and your profile picture. As you can see, mine is very specific to my brand. My brand is it's a blend of digital and reality. And so I have this picture of me. This picture is like older than heck. This is like a 5-year-old picture, but it was a really cool picture that I had like a filter over that had a rainbow with like some butterflies coming through, and um it was very dreamy. And so my entire brand is bridging the gap between digital and reality, and that's building your dreams. And so I wanted to make my profile look like when you come to my profile, you are entering a dream. And so the reason my picture is this is because I want you to dream. I want you to feel like you're entering into a dream. And so my background picture was made. So with your background picture, you would want to, for you, Autumn, we just did the Sacred Outlaw. Eventually, when you have better pictures or whatever, we're going to do the same type of thing. We'll put the horse or something like it, like a version. I have like 500 versions of the Matrix changing. Like I have one of a ship sailing and into the nowhere. I have one of a woman walking to a mountain through I have so many versions of this right here. It changes often, and you'll see it with seasons. Right now we're into spring, so we're getting into spring, so I changed it to be the beginning of like spring, right? That's why it is the way it is. And so here you have who you are, what you're offering, what's your website, a picture, like I have a picture of me. This is very pointed to my brand, and then my offer. This right here, the description is my call to action for my opt-in freebie. That's my free guide, how you get into my life, my world. I have this, I wrote this description with ChatGPT, and then if people click on it, they get to go to my website, which takes them to my pen site. This is a whole nother course. So Pinsite, I use Pinsite and Squarespace because I used to use Kajabi. Kajabi was a platform that you could build courses and memberships on, and your website, but it didn't have a full spectrum CRM, which is a client retention management system. And I couldn't build my boutique. I couldn't integrate my Shopify to it very easily, which is now a Square site. But I have a boutique and I sell freshies. I have a lot of different things that I offer. So rather than have my homepage, you're not going to go to Lacy J. Watson and see that site that I just showed you guys, because I have so many different things that I do. I needed to put it into a tangible way that people could understand. So I signed up for Pinsite. Pinsite is like a cheaper version of Kajabi. Kajabi is $149 a month. You can only have 12 products in there. It sucks. Pinsite is $30 a month, unlimited products, same type of structure as Kajabi. But you also get this front page that's a link tree type page that you can get testimonials. It can link to your other websites. It can link to your programs, whatever. So my point of contact is my lacyjwatson.com, my pen site, because you can go here and you can see my video of welcome to me, welcome to my life, welcome to who I am. You can see that I have a 5-star review. Then we have, let's build a life aligned, anchored, and unapologetically yours. That is the bio. That is what should be on my Facebook bio. If I was following my own advice, this needs to be here. But I'm a rebel and I'm not doing that. So whatever. But that being said, this is a whole nother component that we will touch on. Pen site is going to be this whole other thing. I will have a course on it that will be a cheap course for anybody because it's a great starting point for like, if you're like Lacy, I can't even afford the Squarespace. Like I'm there, girl. I can't afford the Squarespace. I like don't have any way to do this. I have something for you and it's Pen site. So that's why I have the Pen site. I was just testing it out and I loved it. And so that's why I have Pen site. That's a little bit off topic, but that's what that is. Then the final thing to optimize your Facebook profile is to get a pinned post. You'll see my pinned post. My pinned post is just an introduction to me and who I am and where you can find more about me. You always want to have something like that, whether it's just a picture and a little blurb about what the call to action is. This is something that every time people come to my profile, they will see it, they can play it, they can know it all the time. Like there's no question of what I do. It's right here. So that is optimizing your profile. And the way that you pin a post is you go to the 3 dots and you just hit pin post. This says unpin, it would unpin it. Some posts won't let you pin them. I don't know why. So professional mode matters because it gives you insights and analytics to see what's working without the hassle of managing a separate business page, period. It's easy. It's easier. So Facebook profile is like your second website. Make it count. Like make it count. It really is the first entry. And I say using Facebook as the base to build your socials because TikTok, Instagram, those things, there's no actual link to the who you are, like a real tangible person. And I like to know who I'm talking to. And I also like to quit sharing here. I also like to know that they're a real person and know that I'm not like being scammed or whatever. So I choose Facebook and then I build adjunctively. And plus, like building big on platforms where people can't really know, like, and trust you, and you're just like some opinion. It's not a brand. It's not a brand. Can't say that enough. It's not a brand. Whew, okay, this has gone a lot longer than I thought it would. So I'm going to do the next section really quickly, you guys. So it's your online identity. Your online identity is more than just your logo or your website or your brand. It's how people perceive and connect with you. If your online identity is scattered, they're not going to trust you. If your online identity is like showing up and just doing one thing one day, the next thing the next day, you don't have consistency. And so that you're not going to have people know, like, and trust you. You want to have clarity and you want to be consistent and you want to have credibility. So those are the 3 pillars of a strong online identity. Clarity. Who do you help and what is the problem that they solve? Avoid jargon. Avoid being ethereal and whatever and vague. Don't be vague. Don't vague post. Avoid jargon. Speak directly to your ideal client and to their points of pain and what they need to change. Like I don't necessarily like to speak to pain points. I like to speak to dream points. I like to speak to the things that tickle people, like what's like what makes you excited. Like my job is not to help you anchor into how shitty you feel. I want you to feel excited. I want you to be as excited as I am because I'm an excitable person. I'm always excited, right? Like unless I'm in a bad mood, then I'm in, not, but I want you to be excited. So be clear. Who do you help? What's the problem you solve? Very easy, simple. Consistency. Keep your bio, website, and social media aligned. Same colors, same fonts, same messaging everywhere. You're going to see everywhere you go, it's going to look like this for me. It's going to be, you're in like this dream state in my world. No matter what, you always can count on that it's going to look a little bit like Alice in Wonderland or The Matrix or something. Because that's what this is, right? And for autumn, you can always count that autumn's is going to look like a country vibe, right? You're always going to have a country vibe. And then the credibility is sharing results, testimonials, and your story. People buy from the people they trust. Show them why they should trust you. If you go to my website, morningmoondm.com, that is my basic landing page of like who I am. That's not my big website, but that's like my basic landing page. You'll see a ton of testimonials for me there. Gather testimonials, ask people for your testimonials. Why should they trust you? Right? Take a minute to write it down. Who you help and how. One sentence. Who do you help and how? Right? Okay. So I'm going to leave you guys with some homework today. It's been a long session, and I know that you're probably like, holy God. It's okay. That's why I exist. That's why I created this business. This is why I'm here. Take this one bite, one step, one breath at a time. You can't do it all in one day. Rome was not built in a day, and it wasn't destroyed in a day. Okay? Like we take things one day at a time, 1 hour at a time. So one sentence. Who do you help and how? Have you done that? That was the day one of this masterclass. We're on day 3. This is the end. I'll come check in tomorrow with a Q&A. Autumn will follow up on how we're doing. But take 1 minute to write down the sentence. Who do you help and how? One brand color. Choose a primary color that feels authentic to you. That's a great way to get started. And maybe try a mood board. If you don't know what that is, ask. I'll let you know. One proof point, a testimonial, a result, or your story. What's your story? Start with your story. What's your origin story? Right? Your origin story. How did you get started? Why are you passionate about this? Why? What's the why? What's your why? Right? So what is your why? Autumn, what's your why? Why are you doing this? Why?
I am doing this to help people be able to market and sell their product, their cattle better than
Okay. Back up. That is your brand identity statement. What is your personal why? Why do you want to help people do this? Like besides money, if money didn't exist, why would you do this and do it for free?
because it is creative outlet, because you get to be creative and think about what you do and why you do it, and you get to see really cool cows.
Okay, so why cows, Autumn? Let's see. Why the cows? What's up with the cows? Like why cows? Like why?
Okay. My I come from a ranching agriculture family background. My family first raised Herefords, which I never got to see.
Mhm.
Then we switched to Black Angus, my family did. And I used to have Black Angus cows. And so for me, cows are just fascinating creatures. Like
I love it.
you go out to a herd of Black Angus cows and you can have 50 jet black cows, but I guarantee you, in that herd of 50 Black Angus cows, that rancher knows which one's the bitch, which one's the
Yeah.
lead cow, which one is your one that you doctored and nursed from a little thing. And so you learn all your intricacies and you learn, and I don't even want to just say cows, animals in general,
Animals,
and farm
beings.
animals teach you a lot. Like my
Mm-hmm.
goats, we'll take my goats as a classic example. Mini Pearl is the lead herd goat in my group. Well, we automatically know it's Mini Pearl because of her attitude.
Mm-hmm.
We know it's Thelma because Thelma's just spicy and a redhead. Louise is your docile little sweetheart. And then we have little Jackie O, who we just got, who got injured, who's got a bad eye, but
Oh,
you just love her. You just want to cuddle Jackie O.
that
And she's
is so
more
cute.
like a dog. Like she'll jump in my mom's car and ride
So
around.
you, so your why is because you love animals. Let's just be real here. I love animals. I why? Because I love animals. I love it. You did. This is amazing. You made it to the final day. Like you guys, anybody watching this, I just came up with this idea on the fly because I love Autumn and I wanted to help her. And I wanted to help all of you. I'm like, how can I help people? How can I help you? And I had a ton of you guys. There are people watching this right now who are in my inbox at this moment that have been asking me questions. This is for you. You know who you are. This is for you. Like, you're like, I can't build everyone's website for $200. Okay. Like, anybody who gets into I love you. I honor you. I want to be there for you. I want to help you, but I can't build your website for $200. I don't do that. I now, if you want a website from me, like a 3-page, like actual website for me with SEO, all the bells and whistles and the coaching, it's expensive, right? It's over $1,000 to work with me in that way. So my gift to you is teaching you how to do it the way that I can, the best way that I can teach you how to embody what I do is to do this. And so in order for me to feed my family and for me to get paid, I have to charge what I'm worth. And I can provide as many free resources as I can though. So if you want to take my free resources and put it all together in your own way and come back to me and say, hey, I did it. Like, leave me a testimonial. If you can't afford to work with me, show me what you did with what I'm giving you out here and leave me a testimonial with these videos because more is coming. More is coming. The YouTube is going to be full soon. So just know that more is
Lacy,
coming.
what
Yeah.
happened between us is actually there's a technical name for it. It's called a God moment or a God wink.
Totally. Oh, a God wink. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know. Yeah, absolutely. It was a God wink. Autumn and I have known each other since second grade. We had lockers next to each other. My last name was Rowley, R-O, and Autumn was Rumpf, R-U. And we never hung out ever, like outside of school, I don't think. Maybe in elementary school. But like in high school, we were in two different worlds, huh? Two different worlds in high school. I was in the drug world. That's where I was. And Autumn was trying to be a good kid. So she can attest to the change here. So that's pretty cool too. So it's pretty interesting when you work with someone who has known you your whole life and has seen you every version of yourself. It's pretty special. So thank you for working with me and doing this, Autumn. And I just want to help. I just want to help. And this is my way of helping everybody without sacrificing myself. So you guys made it. You made it to the final day. Amazing work. And if you are serious about building your online business step by step without the overwhelm, I really want to invite you to join Autumn and I inside the Online Empire DIY group program starting on March 24th. March 24th is going to kick off the day of co-working days, mastermind calls, accountability calls. I am going to be up in your stuff, helping you work on your business and helping you build a life of your dreams. It's going to be in a group setting, so you're not going to have one-on-ones with me unless you do the upgrade. But the group is going to be just a great place for everybody. It's a $5,000 investment. If you're ready to invest in your business and ready to invest in your skill set, this will change your life on so many levels. Like, I'm ready to be a life changer. Like, not only are we going to talk about all of the foundations of business and online empire, we're always going to talk about those wellness foundations. So if you want a little health coaching along with your business stuff, join this program. It's so good. So we're going to have weekly mastermind calls. We're going to get live coaching and strategies to grow with me. You're going to have weekly accountability sessions, stay on track, hit your goals. I'm going to hold you accountable to what you tell me you want to do. We're going to have co-working sessions. Huge. These are huge. These are like big 5 to 8 hour chunks where we work together on Zoom. I turn the Zoom on. You can come in and out as you please. You don't have to be there for the whole time, but the Zoom is on so that if you're working on a project and you say, hey, Lace, I'm working on my website. Can you look at this? Tell me if I need to make a change. I'll be right here on Zoom and say, yep, let me see. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? Everybody, that cool? That's cool. That is cool. Be excited. And then we're going to have guest expert sessions, learn from industry leaders. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have some guest experts here that are in my collectives, people that are like really, really awesome people that work from all around the world. I have a collective of mentors and coaches and people that I work with around the world. My business is international thanks to my mentor. Like, it's international now. So let's build something together, you guys. Come on. Come on, let's do it. So there'll be private community for feedback and support in Facebook. We're going to have our own little private community. We're going to have our own little powwow. You're going to grow with us. It's so exciting. And finally, we'll have access to all the Squarespace resources, private templates, all the things to build your email list, your website, all your offers, all this cool stuff. You're going to have a lot of cool things coming your way. So the investment for that is $5,000, or you can reach out to me for a payment plan. I would love to work with you, and I would love to help you start your online empire. This is a DIY program. I will not be building for you, but I will be helping walk you through it. So if you're ready to get started, you can send me a message. I would love to hear from you. We start in 2 weeks. You have some time to gather your resources, get your head together, figure out if you want to make it, ask your husband, whatever. But I want you to join me. Come on. I'm asking. Come on. Pulling you in. Join us. Join us on our journey. Okay. We're growing together. For me, for you, for us, together we rise. So if this feels right for you, make sure to send me a message and check your email for a special link to apply. Doors close on March 23rd. We start on March 24th. There's no early bird discounts or anything. Okay. So I hope that you guys learned a ton from this, and I hope that if there's any questions, drop them in the chat, drop them in the group. I'm here for you. Wherever you find me, you can always message me. Send me an email to morningmoondigitalmedia@gmail.com. Always here for you. Before we wrap up, here's what I want you to do next. Rewatch any sessions you missed. The replays are available on my YouTube always. They will be available on Facebook in the Morning Rise and Shine and Morning Moon group in the guide section. Available on my Facebook for a limited time, or you can go to subscriber mode. Don't be lazy. You can be if you want, pay me. But go into the group Rise and Shine with Morning Moon so you can anchor in every day with your wellness foundations and build the business and the life that you love. Build your dreams, people. All right, this is your chance to build your online business with clarity, strategy, and support. No more guesswork. No more guesswork. Isn't that nice? Here to hold your hand, guide you up that mountain of wellness and happiness and the mountain of your dreams. We're going up the dream mountain. Yes, I'm the Sherpa of the dream and wellness mountain. Okay, Autumn, how you feeling? We good? Any questions before I say bye?
No, we're all good.
We're
Bye.
all good. Bye. 2 hours later, toot toots. Bye. Have a good day. I will see you guys inside through the looking glass. Your online empire's waiting.